Now, last time we also looked at a specific graph or a specific line or line segment. A line segment starts at a specific point and ends somewhere else. The formula to find the gradient is you find two coordinates. You subtract y2 from y1 divided by x2 minus x1. This will always come up in all exams, all CXC exams, all of them. So, Landrick will tell us the gradient of 9E1A. No, not A. Yes, A. And I shall do D, Derek. 9E1A. 9E1A. One A, correct. E. Oh, A. Landrick does doing that. You can do D.
Let's go. I will do it. Here. The first 8. 10 minus 8 equals 2.
10 minus 8. Four, 2, 8, 10. This? No. Y subtract Y. The formula is in the book. Here. Y minus Y, X minus X. X1, X2. Y1, Y2. Correct.
Mason Chung. Jason Corral.
We're finding the gradient. You're dividing them.
Oh, true. My bad.
So the answer to 9E1A is 2. Yes.
Cookie. Dus het is minus kaba. Sinds de binnen minus. De binnen plus minus.
What's 3-3? I don't know. Oh, you said E.
See,
Oh, E.
Zo dus hier. Het in dos minus nee. De binnen plus toch? Dit passen dit. Zie dat minus kaba. Zie we de minus 2.
Yeah, but 0 divided by 5 is not 5.
Nou, 0 divided by 5 is oh no.
Bij 5 is het arriba met de 5.
Oh my bad, my bad.
De 5 daar bouwen met de 5. Kijk daar. Is dat wat dit?
What is it?
Is dat wat dit? In keer dan elkaar weer terug te samen.
Ja, maar dan
Wat is het?
weet ik wel. Sinds boeren die aan mij jong.
Ja, helemaal bent correct.
Which one is it? D?
Nou, zie D, no B.
Oh, D. Minus 5 divided by 3 is 1, 1.
Divided by 3.
Minus 5 divided by...
Minus 3. So the 1 minus...
Oh, my 1, yeah, 1 minus 3, sorry. 1 minus 4. Yes. Minus 5 divided by negative 5 divided by negative 3 equals negative 1 2/3.
66.
1 2/3. 0. Correct.
You gotta just divide the top one with the bottom one, right?
The next item will haunt you for the rest of your days as well, which is parallel lines and perpendicular lines. Now, what is a parallel line? Has the same gradient.
That's right to the ship.
That's not possible.
What? The F. Andromeda. X1. The Y1.
Yes, so F has no, as F is a horizontal line. It's not a linear equation because you cannot divide by 0.
Yeah.
You get error, but it's correct. You get error.
Line is very.
Yeah, it's like this. Like this.
Okay.
So if I have line K equals, and these questions can come in paper ones, they tell you line L goes through 0, 7 and is parallel to line K, and then goes A, B, C, D. What is the equation for line L? Since it's parallel, it means it has the same gradient. 3x, it goes through 0, 7, meaning 7 is the starting point. That's the gradient. These are the easiest questions there is. They are in paper ones. Line, this is the line of K. L is parallel to K. Yes, this is given to you. And it says L is parallel to K. L is parallel to K. Give the equation of L. Easy. Same gradient. There it is. Goes through 0, 7. Done. You've done it in 2 seconds. These come very often in paper ones. Very often. Takes you 2 seconds. Yes. You have line M. The equation of line M is negative 3 plus 5x. Line Q goes through point A, 0.11, and is parallel to line M. Find the equation of line Q. Minus 3 plus 11.
Line Q goes to A. Yo, quita rápido. Why? Tiene minus 3 ahí.
Well, they were replacing like it's just a different line, the same line. What is it called? It's power line. That's the simple axis.
Still not on it. Yeah, is there a certain rule that you have to apply?
It's on page
No, it's on the page.
211. All of them have the same gradient, so they're parallel. The question is, what is the gradient of line M? It's 5x. So the gradient of line Q is also 5x, because they're parallel.
The gradient of line Y,
Line M.
line M is 5x. And gradient of Q is parallel to line M, so it's also for 5x. But you just have to add the 11.
Para white and quiero que se white.
So siempre diciendo that
What do you mean?
it always has a 0, 0, 11, 0, 7, 0.
Not always. They can give you something else.
But you only have to take the Y out, not the X.
If the x is 0, you take the y.
And if the X is, let's say, 2,
Do you have to do something else?
but we're never going to get that.
Don't think so. And then the last thing on linear equations, the last thing, is a perpendicular line. So what is a perpendicular line?
Let's see.
You have the line M, and then you have line, let's say P, which has a 90-degree angle. And these two lines, since they have a 90-degree angle, they are perpendicular. A 90-degree angle among them, means they are perpendicular.
Must be 90 degrees, right?
Correct. So if line M has the gradient 5x plus 2, in order to find the gradient of line P, there is a specific formula on page 211 that you have to memorize. Gradient of M multiplied by the gradient of P equals -1. That's what you have to remember. So the gradient of M is 5 multiplied by the gradient of P. The answer should be -1. Basic algebra, P is -1 divided by 5. So that's the gradient of line P. The gradient is -1/5. That's the answer.
Negative 150?
Yep. Suppose it's negative.
But do we get the calculator?
Yep.
If you want to. Wait, did you put 0.5? Do you have this? It's not a comma. If it's a comma, it's 2. A fifth is 0.2, not 0.5. Yes. Sorry? Which is the formula of what? Page 211. The last formula for today is finding midpoints. Is that it? Yes. Midpoints is the last thing, and then chapter 9 is finished. What is a midpoint? You have a line segment, so you have a line. You want half of that line. Half of that line. So how do you get to the half of that line? You take the two x values, add them together, divided by 2. Here, no. One is 2, the other one is -2.5. X values, x. -2.5. No, not 1 and 2. 2. Look at B. I'm looking there. And look all the way at the bottom.
-4.
Negative 2.5. Looking at x values, not y, x. X values. Negative 2.5.
Is that -2.5? Where do you see the 2.5? Yeah. See, you can do that.
So if you have a line segment, A and B, let's say this is and A find the midpoint of this specific line. Midpoint. Midpoint of this specific line. The distance from -4 to 3 is what?
7.
And then you divide by 2.
Which equals 3 minus 5. Oh, 3 minus 5? 3.5. 3 minus 5. That's all.
That is correct. Add them together
And divide it by 2.
and divide by 2. The first one is the x value. The second one is the y value. Because it's a coordinate. You add them with each other, divide by 2. In very few occasions they ask this, but I've seen this question come up a few times. Find the midpoint of a line segment. Add the x values with each other, divide by 2. Add the y values with each other, divide by 2. That's it, done. You get the most points in a CXC exam in chapter 9. It's the most points. Yeah, this is a different one. Showing you the equation. This is 215. And then you can, for example, make 9i. Find the find the lengths of the line segments with the endpoints. No. 2. You have to make 2. Find the midpoints of the line segments in question 1. You add 3 with 2 together, divide by 2. 5 divided by 2, midpoint of x is 2.5. 4 plus 7, 11, divided by 2, 5.5. Midpoint of A and B is 2.5, 5.5. Sorry? And 2.7. 2.7, 2.7. Wait. 3, 4. There is no endpoint. It's a line segment. It's a piece of a line.
Yeah, so when it X when it asks for you to find the length, it means to find the midpoint.
No, length means the entire length. You have to do Pythagoras theorem. Good morning. So if this is the question, find the length of this specific line. You have to do Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem. Yes? The distance from -4 to here 3 is 7. And then you have -2 to 5 is also 7. So 7 squared plus 7 squared equals this side squared becomes 98. The square root of 98. Yes, in brackets. Coordinate.